Oh, that's lovely, Lucy.
Especially as a mum as well, I'm worried of Lucy feeling like she's being pushed out. It goes against a lot of what these parenting forums were saying, wanting to close doors or close gates for us or turn the lights on and off. Sometimes that's more fun than helpful. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well, and if you're new to my channel, hi, my name's Victoria. I am currently 22 weeks pregnant, and so if you'd like to follow our journey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. And so in today's video, I'll be talking you guys through ways that we are trying to prepare Lucy for the arrival of a new baby. So Lucy's going to be 2 years old when the baby comes, and I think it's going to be happy, exciting, yet stressful times ahead for us as a little family. And so I'm just going to get straight into today's video. I have just taken my cardigan off. I'm getting so hot and bothered and also short of breath just talking to you guys. It's ridiculous. And so the first way we are preparing Lucy for sibling life is through reading. And so these two books I highly recommend. This one is by Caroline Jane Church, and obviously we got the big sister one. She also does the big brother version as well. So lovely illustrations, and it kind of just shows how the big sister is being helpful, what they are doing around the house, and what a big girl she is, pushing the pram and finding things, playing with the baby. It just shows them as a family at the end, which I think is so important, because I think a lot of the time, especially as a mum as well, I'm worried of Lucy feeling like she's being pushed out, that she's no longer loved, as it were. And it's a bit difficult at the age of 2 to explain how your love will grow, and have, you know, the more children you have, the more your love grows and you love everybody unconditionally. And so I think through illustrations this will really help, and she loves reading them at night. And then this other book is just basically gender neutral, boy or girl, baby. And again, it's just showing day-to-day scenes. So there's the mummy breastfeeding in bed. Hang on, I'll just show you my favourite page. There we go, this one. So obviously the mum and the older sibling can sing and have fun, whereas the baby's still sleeping. So obviously newborns sleep a lot in the early days. And then the older sibling is walking and the baby can't yet walk. So it's just kind of showing the older sibling all the stuff that they can do, but then the baby won't be able to do it yet. So anyway, hopefully these will get some kind of message across to our Lucy. And anyway, she just enjoys reading them at night with us. Another visual aid that we are using to prepare Lucy for becoming a big sister is actually just showing photos of her as a baby. And so I just show random photos of her when she was really cute. I can't believe how much she's grown. This is when you say, so cliche, time goes by so fast. So for all new mums out there, make the most of your little babies. They just grow up so fast. And again, this was literally a few hours after she was born. So it's kind of trying to show her that she was also once that small as well, and time has really changed. She's a lot louder now. She absolutely loves looking at herself. Whether she realizes it is actually her, I'm not sure. She just says baby when she sees them. But anyway, at least she'll see photos of babies, and hopefully this will kind of prepare her a little bit more. Next item, which actually has been more fun than I anticipated, was just getting a small baby doll. And we basically haven't actually got Lucy any dolls. She was more of a teddy and then car and all that fun stuff. So we didn't actually have any baby dolls at home. So we actually just went to a supermarket, bought the cheapest doll we could find in case it didn't work. And actually she absolutely loves it. So we just got this little doll, and it came with a pram and a bottle and also a soother. And it came with a little toy as well, but I think the dog took it out and chewed or something. I haven't been able to find it. Anyway, and so she's actually learning to sort of hold the baby, give the bottle, and it's so sweet. I'll try and include some footage of her doing this, but she pushes the baby around in a little pram and also sways the baby in her arms as well, going do, 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 which means it's kind of like the equivalent of go to sleep in French.
Yeah, go to sleep. Good. Oh, that's lovely, Lucy. Good girl.
I think she actually picked this up from being at nursery around other children, and also there are babies there, so she's obviously seen the nursery workers holding babies and how they soothe them, and then giving them their pacifier or dummy or soother. And so it's really, really sweet. And that was another thing that I had on my list as well, was to also get her used to seeing other babies. So I have a friend who's actually got a little boy at the moment, and so she's met him, and hopefully they can meet a few more times just to help prepare Lucy again for seeing mummy carrying a baby. We'll see. I don't know how it will end up going, but hopefully well. And then obviously Lucy's at nursery 3 times a week, and so she's actually seeing other people, learning to share, which is obviously a very important sibling quality. Something we have been doing for a few weeks now is allowing Lucy to practice waiting, or how I'd rather put it is practice being patient, and I'm really hoping that patience will become one of her many qualities in the future. We shall see, will be tested very soon. And so, for example, if I'm doing the washing up and then Lucy comes over and she wants mummy to come and play with her, I just say to her, Lucy, mummy needs you to be patient right now. I'm just doing the washing up. I will come afterwards. And so if she, in general, she's a very good girl. She'll just stand there and literally just wait and just watch, and I'll finish within a couple of minutes and then that's that. But if she starts like pulling on my arm a little bit and whining, then I just say, okay, give me 10. So we go 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. And she doesn't obviously repeat everything. She can't repeat exactly what I'm saying, but at least she sort of knows to wait for the 10th one. And when we get to number 10, I'm like, good girl, well done, good girl for being patient. And then I always follow through. I always then go off and play with her. It's fair. If I say I'm going to do something, then I do it. And so she sort of has learnt that when I say be patient, it means obviously it's not going to happen straight away. Yes, and so hopefully this will work once the baby's here. One thing that we decided to do, which actually goes against a lot of what these parenting forums were saying when I was looking up on how to prepare a toddler for a newborn baby, and that is we chose to tell Lucy when I was about 16 weeks pregnant that we were having a baby, that she was going to be a big sister, that was a baby in mummy's tummy. And I think obviously for the first couple of weeks she wasn't sure what was going on. She didn't obviously understand it, didn't register, but then she didn't make a big fuss about it. She was like, whatever. And then suddenly after Christmas my tummy just popped. I was like, I'm pregnant, and bam, the next day I had a massive tummy. And since then she has been so sweet. She has been stroking my tummy. She says baby, baby, just to my tummy, to nobody else. She doesn't say it to daddy or Nana, heaven forbid. And so she's also giving me the dummy and putting it down my top as well and saying it's for the baby. And she gives me her comforter, her goosey. She puts that down the top and says it's for the baby. And she also has started kissing my tummy, which is just the most adorable thing. I'm going to try and get it on camera.
You gonna kiss? You gonna kiss the baby? Oh, oh, sweetie. Is that with the baby? Oh, ready to kiss the baby? Oh, sweetie.
And so, yes, it probably was a little bit early to let her know, because I think a lot of people advise to let young children know that you're having a baby like 2 or 3 months beforehand. But I don't know, it just felt right, and it kind of worked out for us anyway. She didn't kick up a fuss. Life continued as normal. Something else which we have done, obviously for many months now, but probably more consciously now, is just telling her how helpful she is when she does do something that's super helpful. Really emphasize that quality, that really positive behavior. So for example, I don't know, at the moment I'm just starting to struggle at the end of the day. If I drop something, I'm like, oh, I've got to pick it up now. And so Lucy is now starting to pick things up and wanting to close doors or close gates for us or turn the lights on and off. Sometimes that's more fun than helpful, but it's still trying to help in some way. So if I've got the laundry basket and I'm just sorting out the laundry, I'm like, hey Lucy, do you want to help mummy do the laundry? Which doesn't sound very exciting, but it just is spending time with her as well. And so she'll come over and try and make a pile with some random clothes, and I'll be like, yes Lucy, that's really helpful, thank you for being so helpful. And so I'm hoping that, again, this will be one of her qualities once the baby comes, that she'll be helping me get a nappy for the baby or a diaper, or finding the dummy for the baby. And she absolutely loves praise. I think certainly teaching children as much as possible through positive actions and positive phrases really does help. Many people thrive by having responsibilities, and so I think it's something really nice that we can do for Lucy, is just to give her a role so that she'll feel important, having responsibilities, knowing that she's being helpful. Something which I am very conscious about is also to anticipate any great changes in Lucy's life before the baby or a few months after the baby arrives. And so, for example, changing her room around or putting her in a big girl's bed. The idea is that the cot behind me, that's her current bed, that'll go for the new baby, and then she'll have her own, probably a mattress initially on the floor and then a big girl's bed. But we're hoping to make these kind of changes in her little life before the baby comes, because then that way she won't associate it with the baby kicking her out of her own room or her own bed or anything like that. The final thing on my list for preparing a toddler for a newborn baby, and this is the favourite actually, this is my favourite one of the whole list, and that is really making the most of that one-on-one time with her. That special quality time I have with my firstborn child is so precious. I have no idea what life will be like once the newborn baby is here, and obviously I will make loads of efforts to continue these one-on-one times with Lucy, as I will with my other child as well. But I think it is just such a special moment. On many of the forums that I have been reading as well, they were saying about let your child just play on their own for hours and just let them get used to being on their own. Lucy is already pretty good at playing on her own anyway. She's quite independent, and sometimes I miss the odd cuddle and stuff. It's me who's wanting it more than she is. But when we are playing together, we just, I don't know, it's just really special. And for example, I enjoy sharing baths with her, just going out for the day with her somewhere, or even just playing Play-Doh for an hour with her. I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's just really special, and goodness knows what life's going to be like once the baby comes. I'll obviously have to almost plan these special moments with her, but so be it. It's worth it when you want to obviously have that relationship and make sure she does feel loved and not shut out in any way. And that's it for this video, guys. I just want to say a big thank you to all of those who commented on the video for naming the baby. You guys had so many amazing suggestions, and we are really spoiled for choice. Hopefully in a few days time we'll be able to reduce the list down to boy or girl. And so yeah, super exciting. But I just want to say a big thank you for all of your participation, and it means a lot to me. Thank you ever so much. I'll be sharing the gender of our baby on my Instagram first, so don't forget to follow me there, and then I'll be making the YouTube video. So yes, thank you all so much for watching. Exciting times ahead, and stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.